Well, hello, dear friend. Welcome, welcome. Today we're going to do a reading to see what energies we are currently in, what energies we're trying to work through, the ones that are a little denser, and what energies are assisting us in this process. So we're going to make 3 piles. This is for the energies that we know we're working with, our known energies. This is actually 2 cards want to come out here. So this is the denser energies that we're trying to work through, that we may or may not know that that's what we're dealing with. And these are the energies that are helping us. So along with that, we're going to draw a card for each of the main chakras or energy centers that are being affected by each of these energies. Gee, this middle one is 2 cards each. So the middle one is the denser energies that we're dealing with. Okay. And along with that, we're going to take some advice from our tarot cards. So we'll just take a card each for that. And just to add a little bit more flavor to each pile, we shall add couple more cards to each one so that we can get a little more depth into the energies that are affecting us today. Now you may or may not relate to these cards or images. Okay, so this one wants to go here. Even if it's only one little portion of what you see in the cards or in this reading, even if it's only a tiny little bit, that helps you, empowers you, and gives you the strength to move forward. That's the goal, right? Okay, so let's first take a look at our known energies. Oh, look at that. We are in the energy of fun. We could have recently celebrated a birthday. We could have recently met somebody new that makes us feel warm and fuzzy. That is nice. We're also in the energy of self-worth, working on who we are. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of these cards here. Oh my goodness, this is really good. Okay, let me just take a minute, and as you look at the cards too, okay, so you are searching for something. You're the hunter. You're searching for something. Perhaps it was your own self-worth that you were searching for. You're listening to your high priestess, your higher self, your inner self. You're letting the inspirations, you're being more open. Okay, so you're letting the inspirations come in. And this is big for you, because in the past you may have been wanting to control every single thing that happens in your life. But it looks like you are lightening up a little bit in that area. You've been hit by the tower, but not in a bad way. It's more of an enlightening and an empowering way. You may have done this on purpose while you were seeking, hunting for your own self-worth. You decided to rock your own foundation. In your search for enlightenment and fun and happiness and to find yourself, you started listening to yourself. And you're establishing, with the help of your guides and your spirit people, you are establishing a new way of looking at things. You're establishing a new foundation, a new way of being. And it is really good. It's affecting your solar plexus. It's affecting your heart. You're gaining clarity. See, look at these two cards. Look how similar they look. You went through the darkness of the tower, of Dark Night of the Soul, learning about yourself, and in all of that twirling and dervish energy, you came out enlightened. You came out clear, more clear about yourself than you've ever been. So those are the energies that you are in right now. Very, very, very good. Okay. So now your hunting paid off. So if you add the 2 and the 7, you're at a 9 card. So your self-worth is definitely improving. You're starting to find the happiness within yourself. And that is all because you shook things up. You went right to the foundation. You didn't just take surface level business. Okay, so let's see the denser energies that you're walking through. These might be the challenges. Now that you've established this part, you want to move forward because you are still the hunter. So you want to move forward. The card that jumped out was Earthkeeper. Oh, that's another 9 card. 9, 7 and 2 and 7, 8 and 1, 9. Okay, so you're in a really accomplished space. Earthkeeper, you're very grounded. You're very very much in touch with that solid foundation that you a long time ago set out to change. This is not something that happened overnight. This is not something that was given to you as, you know, without any work. This is very, very important. That it was important to you when you started, and now you're grounded, you're established. Okay, so the denser energy that you're working through, so we have the Yield card, we have the Clouds. Look at this. Creation, Soulmate. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Okay, you are totally getting into the Magician energy. You're in touch with Spirit, which is part of why you're listening to your High Priestess. You are this Earth Keeper. You may see in your day-to-day life, there's a possibility that you see spirit creatures of the earth, like plant spirits, tree spirits, You may be seeing them when you sit outside and do your grounding and do your earthing. Okay, so the thing that is a little bit denser is you may be having a hard time concentrating, and you may be feeling some impatience because you want the next thing to happen and you want it to happen fast. You might want to be taking off faster than you are, because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. So the advice here to help you with this energy is slow and steady wins the race. Keep at it. Stay with your truth. Stick with your truths. In this dense energy, and look at this soulmate. And don't forget, you can be your own soulmate. And the King of Pentacles. Okay, so you are in the thing that's giving you a challenge, perhaps, is patience for one. And I think we all get that patience card a lot when we're working on ourselves. Patience is tough, it's hard, but it's all, it's worth it to try and sit still. Slow and steady wins the race. Try not to get distracted by the clouds, but think of them as dreams and serenity and peace. And if you're seeing the nature spirits, most likely you are getting messages also from the clouds and from the shape of the clouds. And one thing, when you're looking up, if you ever see a cross, like an X, think of it, even if it's two planes crossing and their exhausts crisscross and it looks like the letter X, that is a message from Spirit that you are receiving a gift that is like the Gabo ruin. So you are in a place where you're receiving gifts from the universe. You may not see them, but they're there. Now, in dealing with the spirits, think about also, as you're, you might be feeling impatient. As you're in that zone, think about the meditation. Think about the crystals that you hold in your hand and the feelings you get from the crystals. The crystals from Earth are vibrating with the Earth. So when you hold the crystals, now you are vibrating with the Earth. And I always think of this card as a she-sha. I call her the she-sha. She is the lady shaman. So I call her she-shaman for short, she-sha. So every time I think of this card, I think of the shamans and nature and earth keeper, like this. So as you're feeling impatient, if you are, this should help you. Slow and steady. Try not to fall off course, because you are definitely on the right track. King of Pentacles. Remember what's of value to you. Think of what you went through with the Tower and uncovering your inner High Priestess. Think about that when you're feeling a little bit impatient, because you've done an enormous amount of work to get to this point and you're working through it. Okay, so let's see what spirit energies are helping you. Oh, look at that. You are protected. Everything you do, what you're doing, the spaces you're moving through, the energies you're moving through, you are protected. Spirit is protecting you. One of the things that may be causing impatience is you're trying to do everything perfectly, to absolute perfection. So you might want to try ease up on that a little bit so you're not causing anxiety for yourself. Let me just move that back in. And oh wow, your soul is coming more and more and more alive within you every single day of your path here. When you do your meditations, pardon me, one of the things to do is call back your power. Just say out loud, if you can, I call back my power. That is part of your soul retrieval. And the spirit world, your spirit people, they are helping you with this. And all the steps that you have taken to get to here, they're helping you to now move beyond that. And oh, you're getting ready for a new journey. Look at this, the Fool. You're getting ready to start something new. So be patient, because if you try to start something entirely new before it's ready, divine timing here is very important. Nine of Wands, you have put up the very best boundaries that you possibly can around you. These are boundaries that were a lot of hard work to get to. You lost some friends. You had to stand up for yourself. Spirit helped you to get to that point. Spirit helped you to get comfortable with the boundaries. Because you don't want to go back to the part just yet where you disrupt the foundation again, because you're in a good place right here. The only part that's dense for you right now is the impatience and the distractions. And you do want some kind of a soulmate. That's what it looks like. But you don't want just anybody. You want somebody that connects, rather than letting somebody in and then you have to go through the whole boundary thing again. And the Three of Cups. So you want to have fun, which is where you are. So Spirit is helping you to find the fun. Right now it may not be obvious. It may not be what you think it is, and it may not fit into a certain box that you might have put around it. So try, if possible, to loosen up a little bit so that Spirit can allow this new soulmate or this new friend or this new person into your life. And you strike me as somebody who doesn't need or want a lot of friends. Maybe just one or two really good, solid friends or associates that you can have a decent conversation with. And that's coming. Spirit is helping with that. But because Spirit is trying to find somebody that matches your energy, then be patient. Stick to your truth, speak your truth, and allow that to come in, so that along with the protection that Spirit is giving you. You can let your guard down a little. You're a bit of a wounded soldier or a wounded healer. So that's something to keep in mind. And you are definitely heading towards a new part of your path. Now look at this. I was just looking at this. This really catches my attention. The Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. Just look at the similarities there. They're both in your energy field. And it is patience that will help you to uncover these different layers within yourself. Okay, so then now with this, now you know where you are, what you're dealing with. What would we say then would be the best next steps? And what would be something to consider letting go of? Okay, so let's just grab a couple of cards for each of those questions. So besides the patience, of course, which is always hard, best next steps. Allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to heal physically. You're not going to be feeling left out forever. Spirit is working on that. When you started working on your self-worth, you also started working on your diet. So your self-worth and your body is a temple. And when you started doing that, it was a big change for your physical body. And you may have had to work through some hurdles with new diets. You may have decided to stop eating meat. You may have become vegetarian or vegan. And even though that is something that is beautiful for your body may not have been used to it. So pay attention to that. That is part of your best next steps. And let's see what else. The Star. Maintain optimism. Don't give up. Stay strong. Mind over matter. Think about what you left behind as being in the darkness, and it's still there, but it's being transmuted into the lightness. So give it time to do that. Like, don't rush through that. Okay, so that's your steps forward. And what would it be a good idea to let go of? Let go of the notion that you're not going anywhere. You are going somewhere. Let go of the notion that you're stuck. Bring more love into yourself. So let go of blocking any kind of love that might be coming in towards you. And even though you're exercising patience and stillness, still continue on your path. Don't give up that end goal that you have set for yourself. You may have an end goal, you may not. Your end goal may be something as simple as making it to the next round in your growth. So don't give up on that. And enjoy where you are. So have fun. These are the main energies. Be patient. Try not to get distracted. And always remember that Spirit is protecting you. You are protected. If you see this symbol anywhere, the evil eye, say to yourself, I am protected. And have fun, because the universe, your guides, they're all working on finding that companion or friend or associate that is exhibiting the same type of energies as you are, and that's a natural magnet, and that is coming in time. You just got to be patient. Okay, so that is your reading for today. So hopefully this empowers you and motivates you, and also congratulates you for where you are, because you have done a lot of hard work and you're in a beautiful spot right now. So with that, I wish you a good day, and we will see you on the next reading. Bye for now.